Hello everyone, Maurice and welcome to Tanks Invest. Talk about investing, finance, professional development. For today's video, Ethereum only. The investment I'm going to talk about today will be Ethereum ticket ETH. I know it's my second video that I'm posting again today, but with respect to Ethereum, it's currently selling off a little bit more than expected around like the $2,017 level, broken the $2,050 level. But despite all of the sell-off that we've had today with respect to the anticipation for the CPI report that's going to be coming out tomorrow, based on the sentiment from the investors so far, it seems like on the equity market we're seeing a relatively green day today, which subsequently have some anti-correlation effect onto specifically to crypto, but specifically for Ethereum, right? And with respect to Bitcoin and Ethereum, just in that juxtaposition perspective, Bitcoin is currently down about 4.7%, while Ethereum's close to being down about 7% so far because of the negative news that we've heard earlier today with respect to the depictions from Cointelegraph on basically, sandbagging or water downing the value proposition of Ethereum 2.0 going forward with respect to this cost savings proposition, energy consumptions proposition, and obviously the user interface and the user experience that we should be expecting going forward. So it seems like, obviously this bearish article have some direct correlations to dragging the price for Ethereum to go down a little bit. Also, another news that got out was with respect to the comparisons between Solana versus Ethereum that also have some selling pressure onto the market dynamics as well. So it seems like we've broken the $2,050 level. We are at the $2,020 level. So I'm going to go through technical analysis again to see what are the levels that we should be risk mitigating going forward from here, knowing the fact that we do have these like market catalysts coming up. So stay tuned, stick around, let's make some money. Alright, so moving on to the technical analysis for Ethereum ticket ETH, I'm recording as of 4:10 p.m. on the Eastern time right now. Current trading at like the $2,016, down about 6.79%. So it seems like with respect to the negative media application that we had earlier today, and also with respect to the anti-correlation effects that we are experiencing across the whole equity market. If you take a look at the SPY and NASDAQ, you can see that we're mega green today. And also with respect to some of the growth stocks, especially on Tesla, you can see we're up about 4.38%. And NEO, we're currently up about 1.78% after market close. So obviously with the growth stocks pumping and the positive index on the equity side of the portion, obviously will anti-correlate with respect to the crypto market, which is the reason why Bitcoin is down about like 4.91, and also with respect to Ethereum down about 7% so far, right? So it seems like we are hitting a critical resistance level of the $2,000 level, right? The more substantive level is actually the $2,050 level, which we have identified in the yellow line right here, right? It seems like we broke through that, and again, right, with respect to the anticipatory pressure that we should be expecting for the CPI report that's coming out tomorrow, I think the outcome is going to be relatively binary. Is factual numbers that we'll be seeing tomorrow, right? So if we were to see a positive CPI report tomorrow, right, the equity market is obviously going to go up. However, I don't think it's going to go up substantially because we have already had that, buy the rumor, sell the news on the equity side of the house right now. That tomorrow, if we have a mega positive CPI report, right, the equity market will pump up a little bit more, but it wouldn't be as substantial as what we see today, right? But if we have a negative CPI report, we will have the anti-correlation effect directly, right, which will drive some sell on the equity side, right? And then it will subsequently pump up the crypto side, right? And we'll basically leap up all the way back to the $2,050 and then leap up to the 2,150, right? But if we go down, if we go the opposite way, like I mentioned, right? The first level of substantiveness will be the 1966, the 1967, right? But the level of that consolidation zone is not as substantive as the 1900 here, okay? So we can take a look at that in the past, right? You can see that most of the consolidation area was happening around like the 1900 in comparisons to the 1966, right? I think if you want a dollar cost average right now, and bet that we don't go below the 2000, that's fine. That's what I did actually. I bought 2 Ethereum today at the cost average of $2,055 something dollars. And it's the right thing to do. It's the logical thing to do because today was the Black Swan news that we got, right? And also with respect to the anticipatory pressure from the potentially positive CPI report that we'll be getting tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. as the report comes out, right? So to risk mitigate is to buy at the logical level. I bought it because today is the logical play. It's not because it's the best price to buy, right? Do we see 1966? Possibly, if we have, with respect to how the report will come out, right? But if tomorrow we get down to if we have a really positive CPI report, we might get down all the way to the 1966 and hover from there. But I think the recovery should be relatively sharp, right? And if we have something even more positive, right, and at the same time, hedge fund start sector rotate at the same time because of the report as an indicator for the revival of the economy going forward, which I don't think that will be logical to happen because that's too drastic and too obvious, to be honest with you. They don't do things like that, apparent, right? That getting down to the 1900 tomorrow wouldn't be surprising to me, right? But for you guys, is to risk mitigate by dollar cost averaging wisely, right? And slowly build up their long-term value proposition, right? As the price go down, the risk is actually decreasing, not the other way around, despite the negative meta affectation, right? Because you have to understand the incentive behind the timing of the news and also who's writing the report, right? And frankly, with you, like Cointelegraph, I think it's a little bit more of an iffy media publication company that I don't truly buy into what they try to depict. Always read it with a grain of salt, for more just like a fun educational purposes only, if you may, right? So so that's the play that I'm going with for tomorrow. Hopefully this is helpful. All right, just to recap all the numbers in the technical analysis again, right? The level of the $2,050 level, we did break that level. So contingent on how the CPI report will be coming out tomorrow, per my depictions in the analysis that we talked about earlier today, right? The 1966 will be the first level to drop to, and then the 1900 from there, right? But if we go up tomorrow, we have some good correlation effects to the crypto market. We'll go back up to the 2050 and then we leap up all the way to 2150 and we keep going up from there. And then the momentum will start to build up for the summit that's expected to happen on 21st, right? And then we'll see how the market goes from there. All right, so that's it for there. Respect my technical analysis on Ethereum again. Hopefully this is helpful into clarifying and also structuralizing your approach for tomorrow, which is going to be a relatively large market catalyst, right? The CPI report. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up, or if there was anything unclear, happy to address them further. Please hit the like button, subscribe button, and also the bell notification, and watch out for things coming up. Take care. Bye.